Economies of scale and scope. Economies of scale refer to cost advantages businesses gain as they increase their production scale, with the cost per unit of output decreasing as production increases. For example, a large clothing manufacturer can produce t-shirts at a lower per unit cost than a small boutique due to its higher production volume. Key sources of economies of scale include 1. Fixed costs. As production volume increases, fixed costs such as rent and machinery can be spread over more units, reducing the cost per unit. For instance, if a factory produces 1,000 widgets and has fixed costs of $10,000, the cost per unit is $10. However, if the factory produces 10,000 widgets, the fixed cost per unit drops to $1. 2. Inventories. Larger firms can maintain smaller inventories relative to sales volume, as demand is less variable. This lowers inventory carrying costs. 3. Bulk purchasing. Firms can achieve lower per unit costs when purchasing inputs in large quantities. For example, a large restaurant chain may receive discounts on ingredients due to its high purchasing volume. Economies of scope are efficiencies achieved through variety, not volume. These are created when businesses broaden their production through diversified products. For instance, a company that produces both smartphones and laptops can benefit from shared resources and expertise. Key sources of economies of scope include 1. Umbrella branding. Introducing new products becomes easier with an established brand. For example, Apple can leverage its brand reputation to introduce new devices or services, such as the Apple Watch or Apple Music. 2. Combined purchasing. Different products may share some inputs, leading to cost savings. A furniture manufacturer that produces both chairs and tables can benefit from buying wood in bulk at a lower price. Diseconomies of scale and scope. Diseconomies of scale and scope occur when businesses face disadvantages or increased costs as they grow in size or diversify their production. These may include 1. Higher labor costs. Larger firms typically pay higher wages, and unionization is more likely in large firms. 2. Incentive and bureaucracy effects. Larger organizations may struggle to monitor and communicate with workers, making it difficult to evaluate and reward individual performance. 3. Coordination and control. Bigger firms face challenges in coordinating and controlling their operations. For example, a global corporation may struggle to manage operations across different countries and time zones. 4. Conflicting out. Professional services firms may find it challenging to sign up a client if a competitor is already a client of the firm, limiting growth opportunities. Buy versus make decision. The buy versus make decision is crucial for businesses when determining production and supply chain strategies. Reasons to buy include 1. Exploiting economies of scale. Suppliers can produce goods at lower unit costs by serving multiple downstream firms. For example, Bosch produces brakes for BMW, Audi, and other car manufacturers at a lower cost than if each company produced their own brakes. 2. Transferring fixed costs into variable costs. With in-house production, costs vary with output needed. However, when purchasing from an external supplier, costs are equal to the agreed price, independent of volume. 3. Better risk allocation. Suppliers can spread production risks among several downstream firms. 4. Less bureaucracy and influence costs. Outsourcing can reduce internal coordination, communication, and control costs. Reasons to make in-house include 1. Avoiding transaction costs. Businesses can save on costs associated with finding partners, specifying, monitoring, and renegotiating contracts. 2. Coordination advantages. Coordinating decisions across firm boundaries can be costly when strategic decisions are highly interdependent. 3. Smoother ex-post adjustments. In-house production allows for easier adaptations when contracts need to be changed due to uncertainty. 4. Avoid hold-up. In-house production can prevent hold-up situations when relationship-specific investments are required. For example, a company that requires a unique, customized part for its product may risk being held up by a supplier who knows the company cannot easily switch to another provider. By producing the part in-house, the company can avoid this risk. In conclusion, understanding economies of scale and scope, diseconomies of scale and scope, and the buy versus make decision is essential for businesses when managing their production processes and supply chains. By carefully evaluating these factors and their implications, businesses can optimize their operations, reduce costs, and achieve success in the competitive market. Companies must weigh the benefits and drawbacks of each option, considering factors such as cost savings, risk allocation, and operational efficiency, to make the best decision for their specific circumstances.